I figured it out. I figured it out. Sorry. But I made it. I managed to make it work. So here we are. And hopefully you guys can see it and everything looks cool. So hi, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna get it set up so I can see if anybody comments. So like I was trying to say in my last attempt, if you didn't hear that, I don't blame you. It was tragic. I thought I would go live because I haven't been live in forever, and clearly I haven't been live in forever because I didn't know how to make it work, and then everything was all locked. My phone was like locked for some reason. I don't know why like the orientation was locked, but I was struggling with that quite a bit. And I just figured I would go live. I would jump on here since I was just kind of sitting here by myself talking to myself and my cats, of course, while picking papers. And I had just done that vlog yesterday, so you guys watched me pick papers then. But I thought it'd be fun to go live and pick some more papers and just, you know, hang out and chat and see if anybody was online and they wanted to chat. So here we are. I already started, like I said, and I have picked some stuff already from these books. So this was a like free paper thing at my local coffee shop that I picked up, and so I grabbed this image out of there. So I'll be using that. I really love this one. And then the other book I've been pulling from so far is From Botany to Bouquets. I don't know who made it. I got it off Thrift Books. It's made by the National Gallery. So yeah, I've already picked some papers from there. I figured I'd show you what I had so far so you didn't feel like you were missing anything. And then we could just pick some more papers and chat. Because I am still trying to build those fall witchy books that I started in yesterday's vid. The ones I picked papers for there, so I'm going through the book pages now and doing that. And I need space. But anyway, like I said, I just thought it would be fun to like hang out with you guys and chat and go live and see what everybody was doing, because I haven't done that for a while. So I pulled these ones specifically because the person who I am doing the art swap with mentioned that she likes these like old style like botany images where the backgrounds are black. And so I found this book on Thrift Books, and I was like, ooh, that's not 100% like exact black, because clearly there's some like colors happening here, but I thought this would be a good place to start to get that little pop of floral on black that she likes. I really like this little like sunflower like drawing too. I don't think I'll use this part. Let me cover that and just turn this into like a page. I'm not really sure how I want to do that because these pages are bigger or wider than the journal will be. So the journal will be like 8.5, and I can get away with like a little bit over, a little bit under. But these pages are 9.5, and that's too many overs. So I could like reasonably, I don't know if you guys can see that, cut this back to 8.5. But then I'm going to end up like cutting a little chunk off of there, and I could do that and still fold it. But then like on this side, I would cut part of this off too. So I don't know if I like that arrangement. What I might do is measure this out to 8.5, score it there, and then just cover up this part with like some collaging, and then turn this into like the extension of the page. So I think that's what I'm going to do for these pages that I cut together. I did cut out some of them just individually to be like journaling cards or envelopes. I think that'll make a really nice envelope. Both sides are actually really good, so that makes it very hard to decide. I may laminate this and turn it into like a, what's that called? You know, the thing that you put underneath the pages to like support them when you're writing? That thing? Because both sides of this are really good. It might be a shame to cover that up. I guess this one's really pretty. And I love this little orange butterfly. That's why I picked that one. I don't know, what are you guys working on? Is anybody crafting right now? Like, I feel like I'm falling into that trap of being a sad person on a Saturday night who's just sitting around crafting by themselves, having a glass of wine and talking to their cats. But, you know, it is what it is. What are y'all doing? This is nice. So I cut out some little, like, snippety floral things because I think those will just be fun to, like, make into journaling cards and stuff. And then we have, like, another possible page. This is the cover page. So I can, like, collage over this and, like, turn it into writing space for her just by covering up some of this stuff. And then, like, I don't know. I think that's what I'll do for these pages in particular. And then I grabbed these, like, really great big images, which are really close-up, like, shots of some of the artwork. So I love these. They came out really nice. Like, this is this, all blown up. So, like, yeah, I might, if I don't turn this into a page, I'll end up turning this into, like, a journaling card or an envelope, and maybe turn this part into a page. Because I think, like, this will carry over nicely onto another page. And maybe tie those themes in. I don't know. So, yeah, this one. This one's really nice. And then, yeah, here's this one. It's really pretty. I'm a little bit miffed because the book got bent by the post office, which is like a running theme on my channel right now. Everything I'm getting in the mail is bent. So that's cool. So I have to figure out how to make that less obvious. And then, like, my favorite piece, of course, it's the one that has food, right? Like, that gives me very fall harvest vibes. And then this really cool, like, goblet, maybe like a chalice in the background, so you get the witchy. But also this side, equally as cool. And I'm sad that there aren't more skulls in that book. Otherwise, like, that book would be priceless to me. But this is really pretty too. So of course I cut that out because we're doing dark, gothic-y, witchy stuff, right? And then this one's really pretty too. And I really love, like, this dark fabric in the fly. I think it's perfectly gothic-y, like she's wanting for her book, without being, like, too floral, I guess, is the idea. And then, yeah, I'm just going to keep picking more papers now that we're all caught up and we're at where we are. I did think it would be fun to include a dinosaur bone page, because we talk about Jurassic Park a lot. And that's, like, the fun of, like, making stuff for friends, I guess, is, like, you know, I can pull stuff from our, like, little conversations and go from there. But then it also becomes, like, everything is an inside joke. I think this one. And yeah, when everything's an inside joke, it's not that cool for, like, everybody watching, I guess. But it's fun for me, and it's fun for her. So I think, yeah, a dinosaur page is needed, just to call homage to that, because we were both dinosaur kids. I don't know if you guys were dinosaur kids too, but I feel like Jurassic Park was, like, an awakening. Let me see. I think I'll take both these pages, and then I'll be able to, use the Gigantosaurus and the Allosaurus. I'll just have to cut them apart and put them back together. So yeah, we'll get 2 dino pages out of that, so that's neat. And then I wanted to see if there was any other bone pages I wanted to pull to hit that, like, gothic-y vibe. We might do this one. This is the tiger skull. Look how cool that is. And she did just recently tell me what her favorite animal is, and you guys won't believe it, but it's a tiger. Ooh, and maybe the cheetah too, because we talk about cheetahs a lot. Isn't that so strange? I don't know if you guys ever talk to your friends about, like, weird, well, I mean, everybody talks to their friends about weird, random shit, right? Like, that's normal. You ever find yourself talking about, like, just the strangest things over and over, like themes that just occur? Cheetahs come up a lot in our conversation. Probably because cheetahs were my favorite animal as a kid. And then I got older and was like, oh, but the wolf, though. So, yeah, wolves took center stage at that point. Sorry, cheetah. I still really love cheetahs, though. What's your favorite animal? You can let me know in the chat. 'Cause I see that there are people here. You guys aren't saying anything, so it'd be cool if you said something. Go a little bit less like I'm talking to the void. Shut up. Not a, it can't be a horse. Okay, it's fine. You can have horse as your favorite animal. We just won't engage in that dialogue. I did not know. I wouldn't have pegged it for horse. And I just did that. Look, horse. That whole Knuckle of E episode. Look at that. Terrifying. Look at that. There's no reason for that. Those are incisors. Those are cutting teeth. No reason for that. Tiger page. But I don't need the elephant side. So let's cut that out right now. There's other working animals though, Albert. Like, honestly. Have you, like, heard of the ox? Ox are working animals. Dogs work. Those are options. I would say even superior options. Okay, we're gonna have to disagree, like agree to disagree, because I don't think horses are cute. Like, horses are fine. Unicorns are better, but I don't think horses are cute. And I'm gonna get like unfriended and unfollowed by everybody who owns a horse now. Let's see. Ooh, I already have some pages cut out. What do I have cut out? A pit viper. And a scarlet macaw. I don't know if I feel like pit viper is the right vibe. Okay, yeah, we'll agree. Unicorns are the superior horse shape. So yeah, I can get behind it on unicorns. Because I was a unicorn kid too, which is why I like the horse thing is so crazy. To me, myself included. But I don't know. I saw horses one day and then I lost my mind and realized that I would never be able to fuck with those guys. Not in person. Let's see. I don't know if we're gonna find an animal that's right here. I've already like picked apart this book. Look at this echidna though. Spoken too soon. I was gonna say I've already picked apart this book quite a bit. This echidna is really cute. I don't know if it's gonna be right. Because it's Australian. Oh, thanks, Timely. And this is supposed to be like a autumn woodland thing, but it's super cute. This is not the most flattering drawing of a naked mole rat. And I feel like this is like a sketch artist rendition of a naked mole rat. Because, I mean, like, they're kind of cute. This is not kind of cute. This is nightmare fuel. I love lions. Is this the same book? No, the other one was skulls. This one is spotty. So yeah, this is the reviewing behind the scenes process, which is why I thought like I'll go live because I'm kind of boring myself a little bit. Not that I think books are boring, but like this process is a little bit tedious. Especially if you're looking for like really specific stuff. Because if I was just sort of being casual about it, this would be like super fast. And I would just be tearing stuff out and it would be over with already. But because I'm looking for really specific things, we're going to be here a minute. Ooh, but this end paper though. Like, I wasn't feeling the other animals, but maybe this end paper, it's a really pretty, like, goldish color. It's also glued to the other paper, as most end papers are. Can I separate it nicely without damaging it too much? Gorillas are cool. We'll agree. I definitely think gorillas are pretty neat. I wouldn't want to meet one, for sure. But I think if I had, like, the choice between, like, gorilla or North American grizzly bear, I would choose the gorilla because I feel like I might, like, get some empathy points from the gorilla. Like, I might be able to be like, hey, I'm absolutely not a threat, and it might be like, yeah, I believe you. Whereas I feel like brown bear only has one setting, and it's murder. So now the other and the paper. That is really nice. But you don't think, like, a gorilla would perceive me as not a threat and let me go my, like, merry way? Or is it no way, I don't know. I feel like I might be able to do this. Like, are we talking gorilla, like, loose in a zoo who's been around humans, or are we talking about, like, one in the wild? Because I think my odds decrease if it's in the wild. No, I honestly, I think I have better luck with a gorilla than a bear. Plus, I feel like I would probably be able to walk away. I don't think a bear will leave any pieces behind. I have this other book I wanted to pull from because it's supposed to be, like, dark and witchy. This is Dark Inspiration, Grotesque Illustrations, Art and Design. I also got this one from Thrift Books. If you guys have not checked out Thrift Books, that's where I live. As you can see, it's damaged, so I'm not really worried about picking it apart. I can't flip through this book, though, on screen because it is absolutely 100% not safe for work. But there is some stuff that is safe for work. I'll just give you little sneak and peeks that I think I can use in here, but yeah, it's got some, like, pretty fantastical, grotesquely illustrations that are a vibe, honestly, a whole mood. But it's also got some inappropriates, some things that are not safe for children, for sure, and I don't want to get, like, hit on this vibe, but, like, this is cool. So, like, yeah, I might use something like this. I think I'll pull from it as I go. Same thing, I have this Autumn Leaves book, which is basically just photographs of, like, leaves, like, really nice photographs that I think I'll fussy cut. And then there's some, like, fall imagery here, and I was going to tear those out too. It's like a children's book, so it's got some interesting little bits here, but it's got these really nice, like, pages of leaves. So I was going to pull those out to turn them into pages, and I might still do that, but I think I would rather, like, fussy cut these out or use them in smaller form, so I'm just going to leave those too and not cut them out, because, like, this would make a really cool journaling card, like, to cut that out in the shape and then just stitch around it. I think would be a really cool journaling card. Are you working, Albert? But yeah, I'm gonna not pull out of there. I do have a couple coloring books, and I just like to look through those to see if there's anything I want to use. Oh, what are you doing? So I have this one. These might make, like, some interesting little pages. Plus, it's, like, nice to have a little spot you can just, like, color. Aw, thank you. He says he just took off for my life, and that's not true, but it's sweet. I don't know. The vibe is a little bit off, but it's really cool. I love this page. So I don't know if we'll find anything here. Like, this is kind of neat. And it's got these little spirity things. So I think that might make a cool thing. It's a little woodlandy. And then it'll be nice to have like little spots that she can just like chill and color and doodle in while she thinks about like stuff that she wants to do with her witchery. Or I may use it in the other book. So I'm going to make two concurrently. I'm going to make the one I'm doing for the art trade and then the other one to put up in my shop. She likes bats. I feel like this is the perfect page. It's freaking bats. America. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm a little bit out of there. Then we have this one, which is the Skull Garden coloring book, which is from the same person who did my tarot cards. I have right here because I'm using them this month. This is the wooden tarot. Was that thunder? Wow. I hope it rains because it's super hot. So it's the same artist, this A.L. Swartz. Who does the wooden tarot? I have this coloring book. I think it was part of the rewards, like an add-on that you could add on during the Kickstarter. And I got it, and I'm remembering now, as I'm looking through it, why I've never used it, or hardly used it, because, like, the illustrations are great. They're just double-sided, and that makes me so mad. Like, what if you want to frame both of them, or use both of them, or something? This one I think will work. Because, like, part of it's going to have to get covered to become a page. But, like, I don't know. It just irritates me. Weird pet peeve about coloring books, but I want them to be single-sided. So I don't have to choose my favorite. Let's see what else we can find. Ooh, I kind of like this skull with the mums. Mums are a fall flower. What's on the backside, though? Watch it be like a fish and ruin the whole aesthetic. Oh no, it's more skull and mums. That'll work. Yeah, skulls. You know, when you think of autumn, you think of skulls. That seems to be like the normal process. These are crystals. It's like a geode split in half and all bifurcated. I don't even know if I'm using that word correctly. But yeah, it's like a slice of a geode. And then some little broken crystal pieces. This ram is pretty cool. I don't know if this ram is... No, because it's got seashells on the back. There are some pretty cool things here. Like this deer bird is pretty neat. And I don't think the roses would be super out of place. Or the eyeball roses would be super out of place because of all the botany pages. Question is, how many of these do I want? A couple? Ooh, okay, yeah, I like this one too. It's like a... It's not a stag beetle. But it's a horned beetle, so we're close. With a pinecone body. And then that's like on this page with the antlers and the crystals. So that's perfect. Let's see. The Pete's. Tobean. Tobean, Tobean, Tobean. Have you heard that rendition of Jolene, but it's Tobean's? That lives rent-free in my head, always and forever now. Thanks for joining, guys who just joined. We're picking papers for my next book. Paige, how was the bookstore? Did you go? A green man. That's pretty cool. I'm not like loving the idea of this, although kind of. Maybe. It's a fox. And it matches the same like aesthetic. Ooh, which books did you get? Do I love it? I don't know. I don't think I love it. I keep getting messages from my friend, so I'm going to tell her that I'm live. So that maybe she'll come join instead of just sending me messages. United States of Cryptids and Toil and Trouble, A Woman's History of the Cult. That sounds badass. I want duplicates of those books. That sounds amazing. And they're kind of like this. She's also a fire sign. And it's like Hand of Fate, fire, that works. And then this is giving like foresty mystery. So maybe that's 4 pages. I think I'm gonna do 7 signatures. So the question is, do I want a coloring page a signature? And I don't think the answer is yes. That's cool too. I love the cicada. I'm not gonna share that. That's mine. Also mine. So that might be every. Ooh, there's a bat page though. She does like bats. I don't have to be super greedy. And then there's a bear, which is not only topical, but appropriate for a woodland book. Okay, yeah. I think I'm good with that. I don't know if I'm going to get anything out of here. I just want to use this. The book is called If by Sarah Perry, and it's sort of a silly book of like if something was something, like if cats could fly, and then there's flying cats. So it's a little birdie cat. And I kind of like that. I don't know if that'll fit. I've used some of it already. I used it in my like surrealism book. And I want to use up the rest of these pages. I kind of like the cats. I know she likes kitties, so I think that one will work. And then I'll just cover up the backs. But yeah, some of the pages are missing, so you're missing the prompts. Also, like, I know that this is like how they do kids' books, so like the one word page and then the whole photo on the other side. But I really want them to be together so that like I don't have to pick which side and I can get the whole statement. But that's just me, again, demanding that people make things the way that I love. But this is if dogs were mountains. This is just rude. If ugly were beautiful. And then they put this little tiara on this like warthog. And first of all, it's rude to warthogs. And the tiara didn't change anything. Just put a tiara on a warthog. This is uncomfortable. This is if toes were teeth. I don't like this one at all. And caterpillars were toothpaste. Ugly is beautiful. And this is if whales live in outer space. And according to Star Wars canon, they do. So, hypothesis solved. The leaves were fish. This is kind of cute. I wish that they were changing colors, like autumn colors, because I would absolutely use that. If clouds or spirits. Oh, I already used that page. I think this is if you can wear butterflies. And that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. That has potential. If lightning made rhinos, we would be screwed. Like, shut up. So crazy. Like, I can keep hearing, like, the thunder, but I don't see any rain. And so I'm trying to, like, peek through the little crack in my window to see, do I want to use this? I don't know. I like it, but maybe I don't love it. It's the rhinos being made. You're absolutely right. That's the sound I'm hearing. And we're screwed, so everybody stay inside. And then on the spooky, I have this magazine, which I was going to use and still will use for a like haunted mansion type of book that I want to make. I already have the signatures put together for that, but I want to add some of these to it. But I thought maybe, like, as you can see, I already started pulling it apart. There was like a fall page in here. I just flip it to the same page. I don't remember where. But I also thought that she would enjoy some spooky things since she's a self-proclaimed spooky bitch. So of course you see why we're friends. I'm thinking about it, and I don't really have that many fall theme things. I may need to go find some more fall theme stuff. Although I do have something I think coming in the mail. I don't know. I don't remember. Just see, I like this. I think she'll like that. This is the Winchester house. And just people graphic at the Winchester house, but it's pretty cool. There is no fall in Texas, which is the saddest, most tragic thing about living here. Is it just goes from hot to less hot to windy hot, and then windy but colder. I feel like in my heart of hearts there was a fall page in here, and I'm gonna feel really silly if I can't find it. This is a cool page too. I don't know if I would use it, but it's cool. The Queen Mary. Here we go. We got some forest. Some foresting. I don't want these people camping, but we're on the right track. Ooh, the Jersey Devil. That's interesting. She's not from Jersey, otherwise I'd pull that, but it is the right colors. Resurrection Mary. I'm gonna do some of these in the Supernatural series. Well, I guess there wasn't, because we hit the end of the book. And I don't see anything fall. Ew, okay, yeah. The Jersey Devil would be a cryptid of America. Maybe it was just this page I saw, and I thought it was fall themed, but it wasn't. Although technically with this lighting, if I covered this up, would it be fall enough? What do you guys think? It's kind of a stretch. I just don't want these people in my stuff. I think it's a stretch. It's too green. You're right. And then I pulled these just to have tall pages. I have an encyclopedia of herbs. Ooh, I found a leaf. I smooshed a leaf in. I have a feeling we're going to find more leaves. I think I used this book for smooshing. But it's got these really great plates. So the question is, how to pick? I should go maybe by color, right? But I thought it would be nice to have some of these in there to like offset the fancy paintings. Ooh, arnica maybe. Yeah, because Southernwood isn't special, but that's yellow. So yeah, pre-cut already ready to go. Excuse me. And we have some marigolds. Oh, but it's got heather on the back. I'm not going to flip through every single page of this. I don't even know why I'm flipping through it piecemeal right now. My biggest gripe with this book is that it is not in alphabetical order. And that makes me mad because it's not so easy to find stuff. Ooh. But here's the ergot fungus, right? This is the fungus that they think might be behind the Salem witch trials, because they made flour with this fungus in there. And it can cause an OCD. It's my OCD for sure. But they made like bread out of the flour from like wheat that had been tainted with ergot, and that can cause like hallucinations. So they think a lot of like the dreams and stuff. Like that's one of the theories behind like the madness of the Salem witch trials is ergot, and I feel like that's very witchy and very appropriate. I'm not even cutting the page anymore. These pages are glued and sewn together, which is an insult. There we go. So yeah, ergot will be a great one. It's erect clematis. So we'll leave that there. No follow-up required. Hawthorn. Hawthorn? I think hawthorn's a good fall plant. That should come out because I just cut into it. No, you're right, Albert. It is OCD. That makes me mad that it's not in alphabetical order. But it would be so much easier to find things. Let's see. Campaign? I've never seen or heard of this. Because it's native to Asia and Europe, which would explain a lot. Let's see. Can we find something else? Ooh, Creeping Jenny just sounds creepy because it's in the name, right? Creeping Jenny. And Gypsy Ward. Yeah, those will work. I don't think I want Staghorn's moss because it's next to common Gromwell, and we're not doing anything common this time around. Oops. But it's beautiful. It might be. But so is that wargog. There we go. There's the Iranian poppy and the common poppy, and I think we'll use that because there was a poppy in those botanical plants. So we can be a little bit common when it comes to poppies, I think. I'm still doing the thing where I'm flipping through it individually. Stop it. It's a really pretty book, honestly. I'd like to find another one just for keepsies. Or I think maybe I have another one just for keepsies. I need to go check my bookshelf. I think it's on there. Maybe I just want a third one for chopping it up. Because it is a fun book to chop up. How many pages? Well, it's supposed to be really big. I know I'm going to do 7 signatures, and I usually don't do more than like 10 pages of signature because it's like hard to sew. But she requested something very big with lots of writing space. So like for stuff like this, I'm going to like add in the writing space and just use the image. But I'm also making 2 books, so whatever I don't use in this book will go into the other book. And then if I have to, I'll make a third one. Which, honestly, it looks like that might be the direction I'm going, right? Because I've pulled so many things. But, so, yeah. If I'm doing 7 signatures, because that's what I have in my brain so far, I might do 8, depending on how many pages I actually end up with. 7 by 10, and then by 4. So 280 pages. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Did you guys know that house leek was a succulent? I didn't know that. I heard the word. Didn't know that. Yes. Look at it. It's woody nightshade. All parts of the plant are poisonous. I feel like they kind of buried the lead on the nightshade part. Like, put that to the top. Blackberries are kind of a fall thing. At least artistically, I think. There we go. Okay, so that's enough out of this book. That'll give me some nice big pages, because these are big pages. And then, in my big page stack, I don't know how I'm going to flip this book. This is Gardening Week by Week by Xenia Field. The cover is gorgeous. My goal is, like, when I pull all the pages out, to turn this into its own book. Because that's really cool. I know that there's some fall pages in here. Boom. In the one labeled October. What's the best way to do this? Put into the actual page for so long. Is this painful for you book guys? So I know when I first started, like, making journals, it was really hard for me to be like, yeah, I'll tear apart this book. And my friends in the chat are book people, as in they're readers, and I'm kind of curious if this is hard to watch. There we go. There's another great one. I kind of like this berry page, too. Oh, they're not berries. They're crab apples. I've never seen a crab apple. So, how do we get these two? Where's the fold? You used to write ransom notes? Okay. Yeah, JK for the record. Allegedly. Here we go. There's two more. Gross. Cut. Oh my god. I'm just cutting into the book binding at this point. There we go. And there. So yeah. It does seem like a lot of paper. I will say that for sure. But some of this stuff is going to end up as ephemera, too. It won't just all be pages. Yeah, I could just cut all the pages and then use the cover sooner. But then I'd have to store the pages, like, all, like, over the place, like, all akimbo. I don't like that idea. And just go ahead and say it. It's your OCD. And yeah, maybe. It's my rude ass motorcycle neighbor. Yeah. So fairies, because I think there's gonna be some cool little autumn fairy type bits that we can use. I have an extra copy of this, so don't worry. Ooh, I had Tam Lin in here. I've never actually read this book cover to cover, but it has the whole ballad of Tam Lin, which I have done on this channel. And actually, it was requested by the person I am making this book for. So yeah, some of these aren't safe for work either, but they're less egregious than the other one. Like this one's cute with the mushrooms and everything. Yeah, I have my own personal copy, so I'm not upset about cutting this up. I should read my own personal copy though. I just remember, like, I had this core memory of this book at one of my mom's friends' houses, and every time we would go, like, they would be having a party in the other room, because you know how, like, millennial parents are, like, parents of millennials, not millennials who are parents, how they would just have, like, parties and mixers, and just shove all their children into one room, and then shut the door, and be like, stay in there, don't come out for anything, while we're getting, like, tore up out here. But in that room, they had this book, and I would read it every time I went over there. And it was, like, my favorite book to just sort of flip through and, like, imagine fairies in. Ooh, this one's pretty too. The primroses are kind of a spring flower. So I don't know if that'll work. These girls are pretty. But yeah, I just remember that, like, being obsessed with this book as a kid, and then wanting it, but my mom never got it for me. And then I ended up getting it for myself. I think we all have a memory of, like, our parents having a party and being like, stay in this room and don't come out for anything. And then if you did come out, they were super annoyed that you, like, dared to come out to ask them for something. And it was just how quickly can they get you, like, back into that room so they can keep having their party. Marrow's pretty cool. And Jenny Green Tea. I love her. I want to do a whole story about her. Maybe I'll do it for the paranormal one. She's kind of a ghosty water spirit type fae creature. I don't know if that'll fit the theme, but honestly, I'm just doing whatever I want for the theme, so it doesn't matter. It's absolute facts. You're absolutely right. This is also why, like, pulling pages takes me forever, because I'd have to stop and, like, look at everything and observe it, and 100%. What do you mean you need to go to the bathroom? You went before we got here. Like, it has been 4 hours already. I'm gonna find as many autumny things as I want. I think I may have used them already. Although this will-o'-the-wisp is kind of cool. It's like a... really pretty double page spread. It's very dreamy. I don't think it's gonna work, but it's very dreamy. Maybe this pixie page. It's a cute little pixie dude. But I like this, like, big tall red cap guy. Yeah, I think he works. It doesn't need to be a bunch of fairies. Just a couple. Which I think will be appropriate too, because she works with the land spirits and stuff like that. And the fae are kind of intrinsically tied into that. These are goblins, yeah. I think this is one of those, yeah. These are goblins. This is one of those, like, conceptual pages that they used for the labyrinth, with all the goblins, like, piled on top of each other. Favorite movie of all time, and favorite 80s movie. Even though I understand it does not hold up to current day scrutiny, I understand. I choose to ignore all of that. I will be buried with this film. that might be everything we get. We only get a couple pages out of here, which is okay. A little touch of the Fae, I think, will work for the story. But I was thinking it would be nice to get her some little fairies. She also likes stories in the way that I do. That's a really pretty page. I need to think of something nice and medieval for that. And tells stories. So I think she'll appreciate a little bit of stories, fairy tale stories. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we're going to do anything. I should do a fairy journal again sometime soon. I haven't done one for a while. And then the last books I have are smaller and faster to go through. And I don't know if I'm even going to pick them apart. I may just save them for when I need them. This is just a book of poetry that I just wanted to cut from. So yeah, I think I'll save this one until I need it. This is You Can Be the Last Leaf. And I thought the poems were the right vibe. So I could cut out little pieces of them and use those in the book. And then we have The Cannibal Cabaret and other songs. This is a songbook. It's got the music in the back. I did this in an unboxing not too long ago, so I'm not going to go super into it, but the music is back here. But the lyrics are pretty awesome. And, like, the song is great. Power in a Woman. I think she'll really like this. But again, I think I'll just, like, save this to cut apart as I need it. Because it's all wordsies. But I do think I will pull some stuff out of this one. This is the Psychotronic Encyclopedia of Film. I got this book for, like, 50 cents or $1. I don't remember. It was probably 50 cents, I think, because all the paperback books were like 50 cents. And I think hardcovers were $2. So yeah, I think this was 50 cents. But she and I bonded over our love of movies. And also, she does a lot of movie themed content on her own thing, although less so now because she's rebranded. But her husband also makes movies, so I think we'll find some cool stuff in here. The question is where. Oh, like maybe this. Bury Me an Angel. She took on a whole gang. A howling hellcat, humping a hot steel hog on a roaring rampage of revenge. They don't make movie posters like this anymore. I should sing a tune. I think I've been singing. I'm okay with not salvaging that. So yeah, we'll use that one. She has a whole femme fatale thing going, so I think that'll work. See it, feel it, taste it. Once you've had it, you will never be the same. Blood mania. It's a deadly nightmare. Intense terror warning. We cannot be responsible if you never sleep again. I really miss stuff like this. We need more, like, B-movie stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm not sad about losing those. This is all the B for blood section. Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. They really just made anything. Too scary. Too scary. If that's too scary, how are you going to handle me singing? No, not that. A blonde slave serves Martine Beswick in Hammer's Prehistoric Women, 67. I think I know why we all ended up gay, you guys. And then there's Lorette Lewis carrying her meal of raw meat up a ladder to her tree, and prehistoric woman, 50. Yeah, I think I get it. Popping that in there. This is the time of the violent plunge into adulthood. This is the prime time of youth, life, and love. I don't have epic movie guy voice. It's kind of a shame. Plague of the Zombies. This is from Plan 9 from Outer Space. Okay. Just gonna skip past that like I didn't read those words and almost say them out loud on my channel. Octoman, horror heap from the nuclear trash. Ooh, we have a Nosferatu. Is Nosferatu the vampire? Okay. Yeah, I think these like little bits of cinema will be really fun to include. And it would be nice to do like a movie themed journal at some point. Yeah, it is the OG. Can't be the classic. I think Night of the Cobra Women calls to me. Oh, and it's going to cut off a little bit of George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, which is kind of a shame, but this is not a good still shot of that, so I'm okay with that. Ooh, Night of the Witches. And then there's Night of the Zombies. The dead are hungry, and they're coming to eat you alive. Now I just want to watch old movies. I wonder what's in the W's, if we have like a whole witch section that I'm missing. The wild guitar. No, they didn't go do cool witch stuff. Maybe I'm not in the right spot because I don't know the alphabet. I'm still in the wild world of Batwoman. She was a hippie vampire. Yes, a bad movie night, 100%. The Witches. Here we go. A beautiful witch, Maureen Ott, initiates Thordisbrant into the Coven of Luther, the Berserk, in the Witchmaker. Yeah, we need that. And there's the Wolfman too. We got another classic, another little Bela Lugosi action. The world of vampires. In the Worm Eaters, that's gross. That's unhygienic, and R.L. Stine did it better. Hot takes. Hot takes. We're gonna eat you, zombie. The dead are among us. That is a pretty creepy poster. That's it. I was hoping there's gonna be like a whole vampire page. But I also, again, don't know the alphabet because I passed V. I went straight to Z. There it is. There's the V's. Like, this is the Village of the Giants. Gonna leave that there. Ooh, Village of the Damned. There was a Wolfman reference in the book I just finished. Oh, cool. The one with the girl who's awful. Do we need possessed children? No, we don't need possessed. Nobody needs possessed children. They're creepy enough on their own. Here we go. She's waiting to love you to death. Climax after climax of terror and desire, where the living change places with the dead, the Velvet Vampire. That's perfect. Ah, she wasn't that cool. Oh, okay. Can't all be as cool as the Wolfman. And I also think this one, Vampires, Daughters of Dracula. More sex appeal per puncture than any Dracula outing on record. Unusually erotic. That's the title of my sex tape. I'm kidding. I stole that from CinemaSins, and I'm gonna get like copyright strikes now. The back of this is sensuous vampires, which is also funny. But I think Daughters of Dracula is funnier. Let's see. Type too slow, my friend. Revenge of the Living Dead, Curse of the Living Dead, Fangs of the Living Dead. A triple avalanche. That's fun. Don't know if I want it. Aquanetta as Paula the Ape Girl and Jungle Woman. She doesn't seem like an ape girl. Like, am I reading that wrong? But this, from Jungle Jim in the Forbidden Land. This is interesting. This is like the Wish version of the Wolfman. It is also racist. I was really resisting the urge. But it is also racist. We got a little Elvis action. And Jailhouse Rock. Look at how bored she looks. She's like, we've done this like 7 times already. I am over it. This is not as fun as I thought it was going to be. Jack the Ripper. Introducing us all to new kinks. This book is interesting. I don't know if I should be like recording myself looking through this book because I know I'm going to say something out of pocket eventually. I could have had a V. Like literally that face, right? Ooh, okay, here we go. Okay, some gorgeous leading ladies around the Oscar. We also have I Was a Teenage Frankenstein and I Was a Teenage Werewolf. Plus Invasion of the Saucermen. That's great. I love that. You're coming with us. Ooh, this is from The Howling. I actually really enjoyed The Howling. I'm going to save that for me. Is that Elvis again? Oh, yeah. Alright. I think maybe that's everything we could pull from here. Ooh, nice to see a plus-size actress. Although I bet you she gets killed. Oh, you can't see her. There she is. The Honeymoon Killers. I've never seen that. Let's see. Let's see. The Honeymoon Killers. Also released as The Lonely Hearts Killers. I've heard that, but I've never watched it. Holy Hearts correspondents were executed for 1951 in 1951 for the murders of Myrtle Young, Janet Faye, Delphine Downing, and her 2-year-old daughter Raynell. That's upsetting. Might be why I haven't seen it. We have Linda Blair and Hell Knight. That's kind of fun. But yeah, I think that's all I can get from this. Ooh, the creatures. Okay, yeah, maybe this one too. And yeah, now we'll say that's all I could get from this. Unless something else jumps out. Which horror movie would I be in? My favorite horror movie, Scream. I know the rules. I wouldn't die. What horror movie would you be in? Also, I feel like I could take a couple of, like, high school dudes. Like, fuck those guys. But yeah, what horror movie would you guys be in? Definitely interested. The Cauldron of Death. Tender flesh, burning acid. That's upsetting. Not that upsetting. I'm using it. That is a good question. Hairspray. Hairspray is only a horror movie if you have never seen a John Waters film before. Alright. So yeah, we got a nice little swag bag of assorted papers here. Got some good picks. Anything with the woods is out because just no. Yeah, no, 100%. Because if you're in the woods, it's guaranteed you're going to fall down and then get stabbed. Also, I feel like the woods are like the setting for every Hills Have Eyes and derivative version of that. Like Wrong Turn and stuff like that. And then just stuff happens in the woods. I don't want to be in there. The Ritual, I think that was also in the woods. That's what it's called, right? With the... Well, it's a spoiler, but like, watch it anyways. With that big old monster at the end that like made up of parts of people. Yeah. Yeah, fuck the woods. Also fuck the ocean. I'm not doing Jaws or any deep sea creatures. None of those camping films or things like that. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. What else would be a good horror movie to be in? She said camping is a hard pass because of who I am as a person. And same. Absolutely same. I've been camping once. I will never, ever go camping again. Will I go to a cabin in the woods? No. I just told you guys about horror movies. No. Will I camp in a park? Maybe. Like in a camper or a cabin. But no, camping is not for me. I'm not built for that. Candyman, because I wouldn't say his name. Shortest movie ever. You know, none of us would. Especially, those of us of a melanated variety. You tell me the story, I'm never saying the name. It's 100%. You're absolutely right. Also, I feel like, Hellraiser, because I wouldn't solve the box, and I wouldn't try. I'd give up. So I would never have to worry about it, and then, yeah, it would be fine. Because I usually just would go look like, I'd go, like, Google, like, what the solution for the box is online, and if I couldn't find it, I'd be like, throw this in the trash, it's garbage. I feel like that's the same for, like, movies in that genre, like, Wishmaster, oh, what's that other one? It has that, doe-eyed girl who was in all the movies for a while. But she had to like make a wish. Was it like genie? Like when you see the creature offering you the wishes, I'd be like, see you guys later, because they all looked inherently evil. Like just evil out the gate. There's nothing you can offer me when you look like that. Like, get better at temptation. That's all I'm saying. Can't even do a Rubik's Cube. Wishmaster, yeah. Oh, Chucky? Albert would do Chucky. Yeah, 100%. Because you're going to drop kick that doll, right? Like, that's how that works. It's kindergartner logic. There was a TikTok he sent me about, like, fighting a room full of kindergartners, and it's the same logic. Yeah. Fuck Chucky. Yeah, I can't do Rubik's Cubes either. When I was a kid, I used to just peel the stickers off and then rearrange them because smarter, not harder. Winchester, I think, would be a good one too, because I would show up, they'd be like, this house is haunted, one spooky thing would happen, and I would leave, and then everybody else would die in that house, and I'd be like, weird how you guys all did that. Haunted house things in general. Like, I don't care. The car's broken down, there's a flood, I'm leaving. I'm leaving immediately. Even if I have to walk there. Like, the house isn't keeping me there. It's not going to happen. Like, what's it? The Haunting? When they leave to take that girl who got her eye, like, cut open by the, little instrument thing. The wires on the instrument. And they drive her away. I'd be like, I'm in that car too, because no, that's a bad sign. Like, I'm gone. But yeah, that's that's it, guys. I am done. I don't have any more books to pick through, and I was only going to be on here for like an hour. It's been an hour and 12 minutes, so I feel like we done did the thing. We did the things. Hopefully this gives you guys some insight into the process behind my paper selection. Because I know more of you guys wanted to see process videos, and chatty process videos, which is so strange to me, because I'm like, oh, I get on my own nerves, so, like, I appreciate that you guys don't feel the same way. But yeah, we picked out some nice papers. I will be using these in the books coming up. I guess that's it. I appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out. I had fun, too, so thank you for that. And I will catch you guys all in the next one. How do I end my videos? I appreciate your faces. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye! How do I end this? This way.